Welcome back. The government's search for protective equipment for frontline workers has been given a boost from some unlikely quarters. A group of volunteers have sourced huge numbers of items from businesses such as distilleries, wildlife centres and even tattoo parlours. In the latest in our series, In This Together, our consumer editor Chris Choi looks at those supporting the national effort.
Personal protective equipment going to a Glasgow care home today. But where this team gets it may surprise you. They've unlocked a hidden supply of vital gear.
The asbestos industry, distilleries, fisheries, oil and gas, and the construction industry, even artists and museums.
Volunteers are finding PPE held by companies not connected to the usual health supply chain. So far, 200,000 items, often in unlikely places. The shortage of PPE has led to an international search, and yet it turns out there are thousands of items much closer to home and often in unexpected places like this. This jewellery business found 5,500 PPE items, normally used for tattoos and piercings.
By donating even a small amount of anything you have it just benefits the people that really need it, whether that's, physically being protected or just that mental well-being of knowing you're being protected.
PPE has come from swimwear and lingerie firms who donated goggles and masks. Kit came from a snowboard maker and even from this Yorkshire moor. Here, gloves and masks used in conservation were given, and staff think if they had useful gear, others will have too.
Whilst it's in storage, there's people who really need it, the NHS who really need it, our local communities really need it. So I'd say have a dig around from what you've got and see what could be useful.
There have been desperate global appeals and international negotiations, but it turns out some unused PPE is much closer to home. Chris Choi, ITV News.
Couples whose